Network attacks like account takeovers no longer take minutes or hours. An attacker can hijack a session, validate credentials, and drain an account in a fraction of a second, exploiting latency blind spots in infrastructure. Traditional backend systems fail against this speed. A batch processing architecture collects data and evaluates it only after a transaction is cleared, meaning the fraud is detected long after the money is gone. Moving to a live stream creates a conflict. The system needs to analyze event sequences over time, but streaming data is, by definition, gone the moment it is processed. In a classic database architecture, data sits static in tables. When you want an answer, you write a dynamic query that sweeps over that stationary data to find matching records. This model illustrates a logic inversion. Instead of queries moving over static data, the queries and patterns act as stationary gates. The data streams continuously through them. By holding the logic in memory, the system eliminates retrieving records. The moment a matching sequence of data passes through the gate, the rule triggers, making sub-second pattern matching physically possible. The engineering challenge shifts from reducing network latency to managing state. The system has to remember event A, so that when event B arrives 10 milliseconds later, it can recognize that a specific sequence is forming. Real-time fraud prevention is an architectural challenge of maintaining sequential state against an infinite continuous stream of data. This architecture diagram maps the data flow from ingestion down to the alerts topic. Processing every raw event through a stateful engine would immediately overwhelm cluster memory, requiring a multi-tiered pipeline to filter out stateless noise first. Apache Kafka sits at the edge of this architecture, operating as the high-throughput ingestion backbone, reliably capturing thousands of raw logs, transaction requests, and geo events every second. Directly downstream from Kafka is KSQLDB, which acts as the frontline filter. Here, continuous SQL queries run against the stream to drop low-risk events. It also computes simple velocity rules, instantly flagging basic anomalies like 5 separate transactions originating from the same account in 10 minutes. KSQLDB is efficient for this kind of noise reduction, but it struggles with complex multi-event sequencing across varying time intervals. This entity relationship diagram maps the connections between transactions, logins, geo events, and alerts. To allow the deeper stateful engine to cross-reference multiple independent streams, the data must be highly structured. Shared primary keys, such as user ID and device ID, act as the hinge for real-time temporal joins. This allows the system to link a login event from one stream directly to a transaction event in another. By stripping away the noise and structuring the relationships, this hybrid ingestion pipeline ensures expensive compute resources are spent exclusively on evaluating highly suspicious, filtered sequences. The surviving high-risk data flows into Apache Flink's CEP library. Here, the thinned-out stream is evaluated against complex state machines built directly into the code. This timeline maps a logic block designed to catch a specific tactic, the small-to-large transfer. A fraudster tests a stolen card with a tiny purchase before attempting to drain the account. The code uses a simple condition operator to evaluate the properties of individual incoming events. In this case, it checks if an initial transaction is under a specific dollar amount.
Next, the consecutive operator demands strict adjacency. The state machine requires 3 small transactions in a row, with no other intervening events allowed, to confirm the beginning of the pattern. The sequence is finalized by the .next large trigger condition. If a massive transaction immediately follows those 3 small tests, the state machine registers a completed pattern match. Tracking these sequences creates a severe operational threat. If a pattern starts but never finishes, the system holds that memory indefinitely. Unbounded state growth will eventually cause an out-of-memory cluster failure. This timeline shows the fix. A rigid mathematical time bracket, defined by the .within clause, overlays the sequence. If the required 10-minute limit passes without the final large transaction arriving, the sequence is invalidated. This explicit boundary forces Flink to clear its state memory safely. Writing CEP rules is as much an exercise in memory management as it is in fraud detection logic. If stream partitioning is hard-coded to a single static key, deploying new fraud rules requires taking the entire system offline. In a live financial environment, that downtime leaves a window for undetected fraud. This diagram illustrates the failure of a standard static routing command. If the stream is rigidly grouped by account ID, massive amounts of data traffic bottleneck into a single cluster node, destroying horizontal scalability. To achieve zero downtime scalability, the architecture uses dynamic data partitioning, driven entirely by JSON rule specifications. This model maps the mechanics of the dynamic key function within Apache Flink. It acts as an intelligent traffic director, reading incoming rules and adjusting the flow on the fly. The function uses reflection to extract new grouping keys, like payer ID and beneficiary ID, at runtime. It bases this entirely on the JSON payload without requiring new hard-coded instructions. This process relies on implicit forking. A single event is duplicated as it enters the function, allowing it to be evaluated against multiple unique rules simultaneously across different parallel instances. Horizontal scalability and zero downtime updates are purchased at the explicit cost of internal data duplication. The system trades storage efficiency for continuous operational flexibility. Dynamic partitioning allows a database to evolve at the same rate as the fraud it targets, countering zero-day tactics without dropping a single live transaction. Testing this architecture against production-level environments yields concrete results. In simulation, this exact hybrid pipeline achieves a 94.2% true positive rate for detecting fraud, with a false positive rate of only 4.8%. The critical metric is the latency. From the moment raw data is ingested to the generation of a confirmed alert, the system averages a processing time of just 480 milliseconds. Despite this speed, CEP engines have a limitation. The state machines we built only work for known, explicit patterns. When an attacker deploys an entirely unknown tactic or behavior that lacks a predefined signature, static rule sets fail to catch it. The Flink output branches into two parallel tracks, a static CEP rule engine and machine learning models. The ML tracks baselines and statistical deviations, acting as a safety net for complex, unknown anomalies that slip past the explicit patterns. Sub-second detection is the result of an architecture designed to let data evaluate itself against a dynamic, stateful fabric of business logic.